Well, it is an exciting day today. Of course, we're just a few days away from the elections here in the United States. That's going to happen this coming Tuesday. Don't forget, Monday is devoted to prayer and fasting. After all the campaigning, everything that anyone can say or do, we want God's will to be done. And God may know better than you or me. Matter of fact, I'm sure that He does. So if you would join us in prayer and fasting, that's this coming Monday, November the 3rd. And then, of course, elections are November the 4th. This breaking news today, the elections in Israel are going to be February the 10th. Now, this is pretty exciting because whoever is elected as the new prime minister of Israel will probably be the one that negotiates the peace agreement that the Bible says will start the final 7 years to the second coming of Jesus Christ. You know, it's hard to say that. The final 7 years to the second coming of Jesus Christ. And that person is probably going to be chosen on February the 10th. And of course, our president is most likely going to preside over the war that's going to kill 1/3 of mankind. Whoever's elected, John McCain, Barack Obama, whoever is president, we know that all these prophecies are converging right now. That's the reason we need a day of prayer and fasting. Now, the elections in Israel, everybody thinks it'll boil down between Zippy Livni and Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu. Netanyahu is the head of the Likud party. Livni is the head of the Kadima party. So these elections will start in earnest right away. The campaign will held February the 10th. Already we know what the key issue is going to be, and that is Jerusalem. It's all going to boil down to, will Israel move to share Jerusalem with the Palestinians and allow Palestinian capital to be established there or not? The world community favors that solution, a Palestinian state with its capital in Jerusalem. There's no reason why their capital could not be in Ramallah. Why do they want Jerusalem? Jerusalem is not really that special of a place to the Palestinian people. They have their first holy site, Mecca, their second holy site, Medina. Of course, Jerusalem has been the eternal capital of the nation of Israel since 1000 BC. Nevertheless, it's all coming down to Jerusalem. So what is there about Jerusalem? Remember, when God sent Abraham to raise the knife over his son Isaac to offer him there, He said, "Go to a mountain which I will show you." And God led him to a mountain called Mount Moriah. The scriptures tell us that David bought Mount Moriah from Arana. It was the threshing floor of Arana. He bought that, and then ended up, his son built the first temple there. The second temple stood there. So there's something special about Jerusalem. I have a scripture. This is 1 Kings chapter number 9, verse 3. And about 37 times in the Old Testament, God said, "I'm going to put my name in Jerusalem." I just want you to hear one of those times. "And the Lord said unto him, I have heard thy prayer and thy supplication that thou hast made before me. I have hallowed this house which thou hast built, to put my name there forever, and mine eyes and my heart shall be there perpetually." Now, not only does the Lord say, "I will put my name there in the house you have built," but many other scriptures say, "I have chosen Jerusalem, the place that my name will be there forever." Now, we know the Bible teaches that the Battle of Armageddon is going to be fought over Jerusalem, the place where God chose to put his name. Is that a coincidence? Absolutely not. We know the Antichrist is going to trigger the Battle of Armageddon by his invasion of Israel. The account is Zechariah chapter 14, verse number 2. Listen to it. "For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle." God says, "I will gather them." They don't know I'm gathering them, but my spirit will influence them, will pull them against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, the houses rifled, the women ravished, and half of the city of Jerusalem will go into captivity. and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Now listen to verse 3. Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations as when he fought in the day of battle. Jesus Christ is going to come. According to verse 4 of this passage, he will put his feet on the Mount of Olives, and then he will go forth and fight against the Antichrist and his one world governmental system. It'll actually be a UN peacekeeping force made up of many nations coming down to enforce the will of the world community on the nation of Israel and against Jerusalem in particular. Well, just be listening, because in the coming campaign over the next 3 months or so, you're going to hear Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. That's not a coincidence. It's because we're in the end time right now. And if Zippy Livni wins, she's already said, I'm going to negotiate Jerusalem. She's made no bones about it. We have to find a way to really bring peace to the Middle East. The Palestinians have said no peace without Jerusalem. So that's what's going on right now. And those elections were set just today. They will be held February the 10th of 2009. Exciting times. You're going to watch it all unfold. I'm going to watch it all unfold. So don't forget, if you could and if you would be willing to, this coming Monday, November 3rd, if my people that are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, then will I hear from heaven. Then I will forgive their sins. Then I will heal their land. So join with us November 3rd, and let's act in faith, knowing that God is in total and absolute control. And God bless all of you out there.